Number 4 in numerology is where the music of life meets the metronome. No drama, no illusion, no poetic escape, unless it is built brick by brick into something real. If number 3 speaks, number 4 works, and it works quietly, stubbornly, sometimes thanklessly, because this number is traditionally associated with the unconventional force of Rahu in Indian numerology and often Uranus in Western systems, both of which refuse to follow neat, predictable paths. And that alone should warn you. Number 4 is not as simple as its reputation for structure suggests. It is the architect, yes, but also the rebel engineer who questions the blueprint itself. People born on the 4th, 13th, 22nd, or 31st often carry this strange blend of discipline and defiance. They crave order, yet they don't trust authority blindly. They build systems, yet they are the first to point out the cracks in those systems. And this creates a life pattern that is rarely smooth, often marked by delays, sudden reversals, unconventional choices, and a persistent feeling that they must carve their own path rather than walk one already laid out. Psychologically, number 4 represents the foundation, the bones beneath the skin of existence. And so these individuals are naturally drawn toward practicality, logic, engineering of ideas, and long-term stability. They are the ones who will show up every day, do the work, fix what is broken, and hold things together when others have long lost interest. But here is the catch. They rarely get immediate recognition for it, because the world celebrates fireworks, not foundations. And number 4 is all about foundations. This can create a deep internal tension, a quiet frustration, sometimes even a cynical outlook, as if they are constantly asking, why does effort not translate into reward as quickly as it should? A fair question, but life does not operate on fairness. It operates on timing. And number 4's timing is slow, deliberate, almost karmic in nature. In relationships, these individuals are loyal, dependable, and serious. They are not here for superficial romance or dramatic gestures. They are here to build something that lasts, but their emotional expression can be guarded, even awkward at times, not because they lack feeling, but because they struggle to articulate it in ways that others expect. And so they must learn that stability alone is not enough. Connection also requires vulnerability, a language they are not naturally fluent in. Their strengths are undeniable: discipline, persistence, analytical thinking, the ability to endure hardship without collapsing, a deep sense of responsibility, and an almost mechanical focus when committed to a goal, making them excellent in fields like engineering, construction, law, administration, research, systems design, or any domain where structure, precision, and long-term planning are required. Yet their shadow side is equally potent: rigidity, stubbornness, pessimism, resistance to change, overwork, isolation, and a tendency to become overly critical of both themselves and others, as if perfection were not a standard, but a requirement. And then there is Rahu's subtle influence, which complicates everything. This is where number 4 stops being just practical and becomes unpredictable, even extreme at times, leading individuals toward unconventional careers, sudden rises and falls, obsession with material success or recognition, or a deep fascination with breaking norms, questioning traditions, and exploring the edges of society, which is why many number 4 people feel like outsiders, not fully aligned with the mainstream, yet not entirely detached from it either. Energetically, this number is dense, grounded, heavy in a way that anchors but can also weigh down. And if not balanced, it can manifest as chronic stress, fatigue, or a sense of being burdened by responsibilities that others seem to escape effortlessly. But when aligned, this same energy becomes unshakable resilience, the kind that builds empires slowly and sustains them long after flashier forces have faded. Spiritually, number 4 is not about transcendence in the romantic sense. It is about discipline of the material world, about understanding that spirituality is not just meditation and philosophy, but also how one builds, maintains, and honors the structures of life: home, work, relationships, body. And in many traditional philosophies, this aligns with the idea that true mastery lies not in escaping the world, but in engaging with it skillfully. The life lesson of number 4 is brutally simple and yet difficult to live: patience, flexibility, and trust in gradual progress. Because their journey is rarely about quick wins, it is about slow, steady construction, often under pressure, often without applause, and yet, when they reach a certain point, their success tends to be far more stable and enduring than that of others. In the end, number 4 is the silent backbone of existence, the unseen grid beneath the visible world.